Terrance, over here.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, man.
Another big event for you, International Fight Week, taking on King Green. What has this week been like for you so far?
Incredible. The vibes are right. I'm not 180 pounds on Wednesday this time, so I'm definitely excited to do the dance.
So what's going on with how this fight came together? Because I know King's been talking about hanging out with you about a week before the fight was announced, and maybe he thinks that maybe he thought you were homies, and maybe he thinks he's a pushover. That's kind of his vibe from you accepting this fight. Can you talk about your perspective of how this fight came together and King's comments about this?
I posted like this funny video on my Instagram calling them out. And then he's like, man, let's not take each other's shines, man. Pretty much saying like we're black, we're supposed to be brothers. And I was like, you know what, I'll take the post down. I was like, you're right. And then we only hung out really once besides like when I was managed by Iridium. And then so he comes down, drives 2 hours, we hung out for a little bit, and that was pretty much it besides that. And then like literally a week later, the UFC contacted my manager. They're like, yo, you want to fight Bobby Green on a Conor McGregor card? And I'm like, yo. I sent them the message. I was like, bro, it's really up to you. What do you think? I said, but to me, it's like, I really can't say no. Like, this is something like all fighters dreamed of. Like, we grew up watching Conor McGregor, being a fan, and being able to fight on his card is something you can't turn down.
What was his response to you when you told him that?
Well, like he said, he didn't respond, so I was like, bet, easy. I know he's going to accept it. Let's go.
There you go. Still no bonuses. I think that is like the weirdest stat in UFC history is that you've been a part of all these big fights and you've had such quick finishes, but you haven't had a bonus yet. Is that weird to you, or do you just kind of over all that until you actually get one?
I don't stress it. Like I tell people, it's all God's timing. When I get it, it wouldn't matter less to me. No matter what, as long as I get both sides of the check, I'm happy.
Fair enough. And then last question for me, putting the analyst hat on. We got Conor McGregor coming back, fighting Max Holloway. Prediction in this rematch?
If Conor doesn't get him out of there, like the first 2 rounds, Mac clear decision or TKO in the 4th round.
Hey, Terrance, right here. So obviously, Bobby's been on quite the roll. He lost back-to-back fights, but now he's been on a 3-fight win streak. What have you made of his recent run, sort of going into this fight, the win streak he's been on?
Like I said, he's an OG of the game. I got nothing but respect for him. What he's doing is incredible, especially at his age. So we did not take him lightly, nor did I think he's soft or anything like that. I just had to say yes. Like I said, I'm not one to turn down fights. It's not like I told the UFC, hey, make this fight. They did their job. They thought it was a sick fight, same way I thought it was going to be a sick fight, and now we get to see it on Saturday.
What does it mean to be a part of this card with Conor McGregor headlining? Because I'm sure even before you started MMA, you were a fan of his.
Like I said, I teared up a little bit just to see where God's taking me. Like just to be in International Fight Week like 3 times in a row, and on the magnitude of this card is just something that like is breathtaking.
I know Bobby can talk a little bit in the cage. There's a little bit of trash talk. Is that something you're anticipating and not losing sight of trying to win the fight?
I hope he talks so he can get that jaw twisted. And so, yeah, talk. It's going to hurt real bad if I hit you in your mouth when you're talking.
Yeah. Did your teammate Joe Penefiel give you a couple trash talking tips there? I know he likes to
Yeah,
talk
Mike Perry talked trash for me, and my boy Brian Santiago. We had all the crap talking. Plus, I'm a black kid. Anyone I fought back where I'm from, they was talking the whole time we're fighting, so it ain't nothing new.
And just last one for me, where would a win, especially a finish over Bobby, put you? I know he's a bit older, but he is a name in the division.
I think we definitely can call for a ranked opponent and get it. Anyone that beat him got a ranked opponent, so I'm praying for the same.
Terrance, from right here. Bobby had 31 fights before you even made your debut, so I guess when did you start? Were you watching him before you started to fight, or was it like when you started to train, that's how you discovered Bobby?
When I started watching the UFC, but I was a fan, honestly. Even when he was fighting Judo, where I was hoping he'd win. Yeah, like I said, it's nothing but respect. Like, this is business. If they tell me to fight my mom, I guess we got to fight, Mom. I love you. I'll give you a hug after. Same way I'll give Bobby. Like, we could be bros after, man. We can celebrate together, man. Let's give these fans a show.
Hey, Terrance, I just wanted to ask, can you go into detail everything that was going on with that fighter retreat in Colombia that you posted about? Because that thing just looked absolutely awesome. I think a lot of people would love to know more.
Oh, the fighters retreat was sick. It was in Colombia. A couple of my homies jumped out their plane. They can never get a black man like me to do that. That's not the type of white I want to be. So I was like, yeah, next time. Maybe a couple times when I could take some shots, but I was in camp, so that wasn't possible. Also, we rode like in the trenches, like in some tropical jungle, some four-wheelers that was super sick. And it was also developing a relationship with the people that came and participated and taught them how to defend themselves. It was definitely a great experience.
What is the type of weight you want to be?
I want to do like wakeboarding, maybe some tubing, some snowboarding, something on the ground, you know what I mean? Somewhere I can land safely.
Terrance, over here. You've obviously overcome addiction, come so far, and now you're on the main card of a Conor McGregor fight. What does it mean, this whole journey, and what did it take to get all the way here?
It took God, perseverance, and consistent, because like I told people, like if you're called according to God's purpose, He's gonna work everything out for your good. So I just trusted the process and never gave up.
Terrance, one from me. By the time you made your debut in 2017, Bobby already had 32 fights. Has he been a guy that you've watched on your come up?
I started watching him like a little bit later once I found out about him. But yeah, like I said, he's entertaining. What's not to like about the guy? Like I said, you guys, he just probably had a lot of trauma, so his mind a little bit twisted. But I just know he just need love. Like I told him, man, you got a little brother, and it's all love, man. This just business.